Hey everyone, here's how to easily get the Platinum time in Ultimate Vault Hunter 7 against Subjugator and Thol the Invincible in Borderlands 4. The only two weapons you really need are Hellwalker and Darkbeast from the base game, but there's a lot of others that are gravy here now. I've ran this a ton of times. The most optimal way to deal with the first phase of this fight is to use the Darkbeast, preferably with the shotgun mode, but this is an Ultimate Vault Hunter 7, so if you're doing an Ultimate Vault Hunter 6, the regular old SMG version will be fine. We want to take these out because they'll create invincibility on Subjugator here. You can be kind of risky and just go to fight him directly, but we want to try and take these out as fast as possible. Now, I also like to have the Heimdall ordnance here. This is from the newest DLC. This isn't necessary, but it does help out quite a bit. Since there's a lot of armor in this phase here, what we want to also be using is the Darkbeast shotgun, or the Darkbeast SMG, because that is extremely effective at just tearing down a bunch of health quickly, especially when there's a lot of enemies with the Jacob's roll on it. It is super impactful. So what we're doing here is just trying to stick as close as possible with the action skill that I got. It's going to give us extra damage or bonus damage on any target that is entangled, so trying to keep them close. Now, the most important part here is to just fight Subjugator here. Now, I did a ton of runs of just fighting Thol and then going to the other Subjugator fight. It is much harder, in my opinion. I was not able to get the platinum time after a bunch of hours playing this, so my recommendation for this here, fight Subjugator, because Thol is a lot easier with only a single health bar, and he doesn't become invincible as much as the Subjugator fight would be if you take out Thol first. So make sure you are trying to at least take out Subjugator here as quickly as possible, and then Thol is going to take you down into the underworld here. Now, I would recommend, if you got a way to get your action skill back, to just start using it right at the start here if possible. Like, I just was able to get it back with a confirmative reality from Harlow here. And fire damage is huge. There's a lot of enemies here that are going to be either weak to fire or shock, so if you have something like, oh my god, that can work well too. But I went with throwing down a few Heimdalls here, but this is not fully necessary. All you really need to do is pump them full of the Hellwalker here. They got a recent buff on the latest patch. Super impactful. The Scoot and Shoot was also a really powerful weapon because he's a big target, so he takes shots really easily, but I found that the fire damage from this was super impactful, especially with the extra bonus damage from our action skill here. So this part, I would recommend just focusing on him as much as possible, but he will get shield if his other targets, you can see his health bars all glitching out, kind of like that. So the extra crits and bouncing around from the Hellwalker here is super impactful. If you got an enhancement that's going to boost up any of your crit damage, that'll be most impactful in this fight, but it's really just bursting him down for this 3-minute and 50-second time, and that is how to get the platinum time against Subjugator and Thol the Invincible. This is a actually really fun boss fight. I had a lot of fun the last 5 or 6 hours I've been playing this. It's much easier to fight Thol here than Subjugator. Again, I was using the Hellwalker. Scoot and Shoot can be good too. I also had the Flash Cyclone. That was really good if you went with the other boss fight, but Darkbeast just carries, one of my favorite weapons in this game. And this is the build that I was using, so I will link it in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if this video is useful, and I hope you have a great day.